Hello, I'm Cindy with Wisconsin Voices for Recovery, and this is Speak Out on Stigma. Today we'll be hearing from Julia from Public Health of Madison-Dane County. Hey, Julia, how are you today?
I'm good.
Good. So tell me, when you hear the word stigma, what does it mean to you?
When I hear the word stigma, I have a pretty strong reaction. I think of misinformation. I think of judgment. I think of lack of empathy. I think of othering. And frankly, I think of hate. Um, it gives me a pretty strong reaction because I always feel like it's a way to tear other people down, whether that's what you mean to do or not. Many times I see things being said about people in our community or neighbors, people I serve at public health, and it really takes away from who they are as people. And I think takes away from their ability to be as healthy, safe, and well and live a thriving life. Um, so those are the things I think of. I think of stigma as being a driver of really bad things, and nothing good can come from stigma.
And speak into a lot of the harmful impacts of that in your description.
Yes.
hmm And how can stigma lead to lives lost?
Stigma can lead to lives lost again because it makes us feel bad about ourselves. We live in a challenging world, a challenging society. Even those of us who can seem on the surface to be like the most together people, we're all struggling with something. We're, struggling with our kids, our jobs, trying to balance family, aging parents, bills, student loans, uh, getting the grocery shopping done, car payments, housing, you name it. There's something and many things that we all deal with on a daily basis. And if you add to that, um, being a person who uses drugs or is in long-term recovery, um, and on your recovery journey, people are making you feel bad about yourself. You feel shame. You don't feel like you can ask for help. There are so many instances, even outside of recovery, where we just don't feel like we can ask other people for help or tell people what it is we need. And we try to hold a lot internally that can really weigh on us and can lead to many negative consequences for a person. And a person doesn't just exist on their own. They have family, they have kids, they have parents, they have friends, they have coworkers. They have a lot of people that care about them and depend on them. And for me, stigma just makes it all that much harder to be a person who's trying to live their life in this world where there's already a lot weighing on us. Stigma can make people feel shame. It can make them not feel like they can ask for help, not seek supports that might keep them safe. Um, Nothing good comes from stigma. So for me, when you do have people who are reaching out for help and you make them feel bad about doing that, I think that that's one of the biggest things that will stop someone from ever trying to be healthy, safe, well, or telling you what it is they need to survive, let alone thrive. Um, I think, frankly, stigma is what kills people. Stigma is a very dangerous thing, and that we should be working more to understand each other, and to be empathetic and helpful.
Absolutely. And I like how you were speaking to kind of this description of stigma is causing isolation.
Yes,
you know
yes,
and
absolutely.
yeah, and many say that connection is the opposite of active substance use disorder, right? So connection is really important, and so stigma isolating a person and making them feel more shame and feel bad about themselves just kind of makes more distance between them and the support they need.
Absolutely. And I, see that many times there's a lot of judgment, whether it's somebody's recovery journey with substance use or even something like weight loss to try to improve your own health. People put a lot of judgment and attachment to how you did it and how you got there. And there are always these negative mindsets about, well, you did it this way, you didn't do it this way, so it doesn't count, or it's not as good as how someone else got there. And I think we're focusing on the wrong things in those situations. We should be focusing on celebrating that someone is taking steps towards making any positive change for themselves, their kids, their families, their health, their overall wellness, and maybe not focusing so much on, do I think you cheated to get there and how you got there. Um, so I think that reducing that stigma and focusing a little bit more on what's the small positive change we can make for people would go a long way.
Absolutely. And is there anything else you'd like to add?
I think, parting words would just say, remembering that people are people, whether, again, they're in active recovery, they're a person who is actively using drugs. We're people. We all deserve empathy. We all deserve support. And we really deserve to be in community with people. And that's how we thrive. By being in community, knowing that we have support networks, knowing that people value and care about us, and that there are small things all of us can do in our daily lives to make sure that people feel that way. Being mindful of the words we're using, how we talk about people, and just being caring, asking what it is they need or how can I help you versus, uh, again, having a judgment about why someone needs help or why they're coming to you. Knowing that sometimes we may be the only person, whether it's us smiling at them that day, we may be the only person that's ever welcomed them or is uh, the person that's giving them that opportunity to be in community and feel supported by someone. So I think, again, there's small things we can each do every day. I would challenge us to learn more about what stigma is, take a look at ourselves internally to figure out what things we can do personally, just a small little change we can implement on a daily basis that would help someone else in their journey.
That's great. Thank you so much, Julia, for sharing your views on stigma.
No,
And
thank you.
yeah, and thank you to our viewers for watching. Speak Out on Stigma is a forum to raise awareness about the harmful impact of stigma on those in and seeking recovery. Recovery is for everyone. Together, we can eliminate stigma. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Thank you and have a good day.